welcome to your 60-minute active with the PE department.
Every day you'll be posting an activity from the department to keep you active and away from your screens.
These activities include fitness, sport-related fitness, dance and some other fun challenges.
Hi guys, stay involved, get active.
Happy Tuesday UAE. Today is your sport-related fitness session, okay? So we are going to be using a football today and we're going to introduce it to some circuits. So we're going to get the heart moving, heart pumping, and the body moving in a small space with minimal equipment. If you don't have a football at home, here's an example of what you could do. Here I've wrapped up a ball of socks. There's 4 pairs of football socks in here. Obviously ask your family's permission before you go raiding their socks drawer. Other suggestions are you could roll up some tin foil. If you've got an apple or orange you don't mind kicking around, you could do something like that. Also you need to make sure you have a bottle of water with you so you can stay hydrated throughout. Okay, so first of all we need to make sure our body is warmed up. So remembering our 3 key stages of the warm-up that we do at the start of every PE lesson, we've got the pulse raiser, dynamic stretches and then some static stretches. For the pulse raiser I'm going to do 60 seconds of jumping jacks. Dynamic stretches, I'm going to make sure I do 20 seconds of high knees, heel flicks, open the gate, close the gate, and some lunges. And then I'm going to stretch each muscle from my toes all the way up to my upper body. I'm going to put this in a time-lapse video. Watch the next clip so you don't have to stand there getting bored watching me do a warm-up. Okay, so that is your warm-up done. Just make sure when you're doing your pulse raiser, you're aiming for about 60 seconds. Dynamic stretches, try and do them for about 20 seconds each. And for each of your static stretches, go for 10 seconds on every muscle. Okay, so moving on to the first part of the session. You're going to do 3 different exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. So 30 seconds doing the exercise, then you're going to rest for 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through each exercise and then I'm going to do the same again as I did for the warm-up. I'm going to time-lapse it so you don't stand there getting bored watching me. Okay, so first exercise, we're just going to do toe taps. Okay, so the aim is to try and keep the ball or whatever other equipment you're using as still as possible and you're just going to swap each foot. I want you to try and hard as you can to keep going for that 30 seconds. So starting with one toe on the top, you're just going to swap, 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 and keep going for that whole 30 seconds. Have your 30 seconds rest, make sure you take a drink and then move on to the next exercise. Exercise number 2 is literally just going to be side to side. So you want a nice gentle touch on the ball, just using the insides of your feet. All you're going to do, side to side. Try and keep going for 30 seconds. Try your best to keep a consistent pace. Don't go out too hard because you might end up making a mistake or wobbling or doing something different. Try and keep a nice consistent pace. Complete the whole 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. Make sure you drink your water in between. And then the third exercise, I don't know if you have a different name for these, but I call them bunny hops. So you're going to start side onto the ball, 1 foot on top, and all you're going to do is jump over to the other side, swapping your feet. So it looks something like this. Again, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Just try and challenge yourself. If you know you can do that quite well and you're quite a fit person, try and make that a little bit faster. If you're doing it for the first time, never really done it before, keep it nice and slow and consistent. Keep going for that 30 seconds. Once you've done the 30 seconds on the third exercise, you've got 2.5 minute rest. Ready? Let's go. Okay, well done. You should have completed that first circuit now and had a 2.5 minute rest. Please make sure you're taking on lots of fluid as you're doing this. It's really important to stay hydrated, especially as the weather's quite hot at the moment. Whether you're inside or outside doing this, it's really important that we're getting them water levels up. So, second lot of exercises, your second circuit you're going to do today, we're going to concentrate on our core muscles. So we're going to get that stomach nice and working. So it's going to be a little bit harder than the last one. Okay, so 3 different exercises, First of all, you're going to start off with Russian twist. So what you're going to do is have the ball or whatever equipment you've got in your hand. You're going to sit in a seated position, knees bent, okay? And as you go do the exercises, you lean back and lift your feet up. And the idea is you tap the ball each side. So you're twisting every time. So you're going to do that for 30 seconds and then have your 30 seconds rest. Second exercise you're going to do is you're going to do your sit-ups. What I want you to do is sit down, touch the ball on the ground, come up, ball above your head. So ball to the ground, ball above your head, and then finally your third exercise after your 30-second rest, you're going to get yourself into a plank position. Okay, so you want to try and keep a nice straight back. And you've got two variations of this depending on how fit you are or how confident you are with it. So the more advanced one, you're going to get into a plank position here, and all you're going to do, tap, 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 tap. If that's too hard for you, what you can do is go from your knees. So place the ball in a nice still area if you can. Okay, from your knees, nice straight back, tap, tap, for 30 seconds. Again, I'm going to do this in a time lapse and you can watch the video. Okay, so last circuit of today's session. Hopefully you've done 2 complete circuits by now. Make sure you had a 2.5 minute rest between each circuit. So final 3 exercises we're going to do. Number 1 is we're going to do a squat, throw and catch with the ball, okay? So it's similar to a wall ball if any of you have done them before. So what you're going to do is have your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, 2 hands on the ball. You're going to come down into a squat nice and low, and as you come up, you're pushing the ball into the air and catching into a squat. Okay, so the idea is that you're not coming up, then throwing the ball and catching it. You're going down, throw the ball up, and catch it in a squat. Okay, so you're going to do 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds of rest. Second exercise, you're going to place the ball on the floor. All we're going to do is a little back pull. We've all done this in our football module, lessons with me. So you're going to keep nice and light on your standing foot, keep it on your toes, and all you're going to do is nice little small touches with your foot that's on the ball. With my right foot, I'm going to go in a clockwise direction. My left, I'm going in an anti-clockwise direction. So keep it nice and close. Get to the front, swap feet, keeping it nice and close, jumping as we go around. So that's exercise number 2. Then exercise number 3, I'm going to do this nice and slow. Obviously I'm going to speed it up in a minute when I get to the real session. But I want you to make sure you're using the correct part of your feet. It's more important, this one, that we're keeping nice light touches because we want to stay in as control of the ball as we can. So, stepping to the side of the ball, using your little toes on the outside of your foot. Just going to push it to the side, stop with the opposite foot, push it to the side, stop with the opposite foot. Side, stop, side, stop. Whoops. Just like that. Okay? Let's go. Okay, well done UAE. That should be your first Tuesday session complete. So you've done your 60 minutes active with the PE department. Well done. It's really important now more than ever that we're keeping as active as possible, that you guys are moving away from your screens, because I know you're working hard on Google Classroom for all your assignments you're being set. It's fantastic for your mental health and obviously brilliant for your physical health as well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's session. Make sure you do a little cool down, okay, so you can jog for 60 seconds, nice and light on the spot. Stretch out anywhere you feel a little bit tight or anything like that, and make sure you keep hydrated for the rest of the day. Looking forward to seeing you in the next session.